Hey, what's going on, guys? Chris Chavez here with Phandroid.com. I know it's been a while since I last seen you guys. As you probably know, a couple weeks ago, HTC threw a huge old event over in New York for the HTC One, which I had to fly over to that. And then Mobile World Congress was only a few days later, and I had to come home for like 1 day, pack, and then fly over to Spain for that whole event. So I'm sure you guys have seen all the coverage from our YouTube channel. And now that everything has officially wrapped up, I am back at home and bringing you guys your daily dose of Android news. So without further ado, let's jump into the Android overload for Monday, March 4th. These are your top Android news stories. Okay, so first up we have Samsung, who has just released a teaser for the Samsung Galaxy S4 to be unveiled next week at an event in New York. Now the video is little more than just a teaser. You don't actually get to see the device at all, or even see it from like, you know, like I guess from the Galaxy Nexus back in the day. They kind of showed a silhouette of it. This one pretty much shows nothing. It just has a little boy who apparently has been given access to the Galaxy S4 for some really odd reason, and some Samsung exec allows him to look into a box where he sees the Galaxy S4 and is able to take it home, and then some crazy biatch is trying to get at his brand new phone. Girls be crazy, man. Kind of cute, but mostly pointless. The video is just mainly just to get the blogs and stuff talking over the Galaxy S4. While we don't know anything about the device currently, we do have rumors and there's lots of speculation that it'll be a 5-inch display, 1080p resolution, full HD, all that fun stuff. Of course, 2 GB of RAM, and it'll probably make you a chicken sandwich. There is actually a little piece in the video where the executive is on his phone and he gets it and tucks it away into his jacket, and it's at the 16-second mark if you guys want to check it out for yourselves. And it may or may not give us a glimpse at the Galaxy S4. I think that was more of a note, but if you'll notice around the camera area, it seemed like it was a different color than the rest of the device. So I don't know, maybe that was just a really quick glimpse at the Galaxy S4. But apparently, I mean, the whole point of the video was that it was in the box and nobody's seen it yet except this kid. So I don't know, take it as you will. Let me know if you guys think that was a quick little glimpse at the Galaxy S4, or if you think it was a different device altogether. Alright, a little bit of change of scenery there. Lost my daylight, but moving on. And then still more Galaxy S4 news. An AT&T benchmark was leaked for the Galaxy S4, and it kind of confirms a few of the specs that we've heard the device could come with once it launches. The AT&T benchmark specifically mentions an Exynos quad-core 5410 CPU, clocked at 1.8 GHz, and a PowerVR SGX 544MP GPU. The device is running Android 4.2 Jelly Bean. It's showing a display size as 4.99 inches, basically 5 inches, with a full HD 1080p display. Pretty much this all just confirms all the little details that we've known about the phone for quite a few weeks now, or has been rumored at least. A report from the New York Times also mentions that the Galaxy S4 could introduce a new, I guess, feature called eye scrolling. This will enable users to navigate their device hands-free simply by using their eyes to just like scroll left and right. I guess pinch to zoom would just be like And while I'm not so sure how effective that would be in real world usage, it does just strike me as another feature Samsung likes to tack into TouchWiz, simply to say that they can, and use it as another, I guess, bullet point to say how it trumps the iPhone. When it comes to all those other like pinch to zooms and all these other weird gestures that they had in the Galaxy S3, I just turned all of those off simply because I felt like it was useless, and it just was just something else to kind of eat at my system resources. But I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this possible eye tracking. Do you guys think it would be kind of cool just to use your eyes to navigate your phone? Make a phone call? Let me know in the comments. And right before I was about to close out my day, or the end of my shift here at Phandroid, a leak came in from the guys at EV Links. These are, it's a Twitter account that apparently, I mean, they've leaked countless times before. I can't even tell you how many devices. So they have an awesome track record, and right before I was about to sign off for the night, they actually released a couple of images of the Galaxy S4. I'll go ahead and show those right there. And they were pretty mum as far as details on where these images came from. It looks like it could have been snapped from Samsung's website. They confirm a few of the specs that we've already kind of expected from the device, as far as the version of Android it's running, storage configurations, full HD display, and the fact that it'll come with the 13 megapixel camera. The only problem is the phone looks very cartoony in its presence. There's absolutely no details on the phone, no Samsung branding, but it just gives you the general shape. And we're wondering if this is maybe not just a place marker that Samsung will eventually update with a very detailed image of the phone a little bit later. Nobody really knows. EV-Links also showed off a picture of the Galaxy S4 next to the Galaxy S3 in all the little versions, and it significantly drops in size. So we don't think it's to scale. Otherwise, I guess the original Galaxy, which had a 4-inch screen, looks like it would have a 3-inch screen compared to the whopper that is the Galaxy S4. But it does kind of clue us in as to the aspect ratio of the Galaxy S4. It looks like it might not have such a skinny, long, thin screen as, say, the Galaxy S3 or even the iPhone 5. Looks like things are a little bit wider this time around, similar to the Nexus 4, and we'd imagine it'd be another bullet point on Samsung's feature list, showing why more girth is better than just length. So while everybody's claiming that this image is a fake, it's again, it could be a placeholder, and I do believe it's given us a rough image. Originally, EV-Links published some early images of the HTC One that people said were fakes, and later there were other leaks of a phone that looked completely different that people were calling the HTC One, saying, oh look, that original one was completely off, it was totally fake. And then once the device was actually released and actually made official, turns out EV-Links was right the entire time. So it can go either way, honestly. I do believe we are seeing a general image of the device, or at least given an idea as to what it will look like once it's announced. Of course, we won't have to wait much longer. March 14th is the official reveal date, and we at Phandroid will be on hand at the event, giving you guys pictures and all kinds of hands-on of the Galaxy S4. And with that, that is the Android overload for Monday, March 4th. Feels so good to be back in the swing of things. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. As always, I am Chris Chavez with Phandroid.com. With that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Adios.